Hey, what's going on everybody? Jason here, and welcome back to another Vanguard video. Today we finally have the Season 2 Reloaded roadmap revealed. The first thing that caught my eye was the fact that we have a Rebirth Island map update, which they teased the other day. I'll put an image of that on screen with what they teased last week, so this is finally confirmed that it's coming with Season 2 Reloaded. We also have some new locations for Rebirth Island, and that looks pretty cool. We also have a brand new weapon coming to the game, a new operator, a Call of Duty League event on Rebirth Island, and of course, in Vanguard itself, we have some new multiplayer updates. So let's go ahead and jump right into this article on the Call of Duty website here. It says Warzone Overview, and as you guys can see at a first glance here, Rebirth Island does look a little bit different. We have the chemical factory right here, actually producing chemicals here. We have a boat that's docked at the docks, and the water tower looks a little bit different. It says right here, Rebirth Island reinforced. Perseus's reconstruction of their island significantly altered several points of interest, including Stronghold, and added a new one known as Dock. We also have 3 new modes here. Payload, Blood Money, and a new Resurgence Solos mode will be featured in weekly playlists alongside classic Rebirth modes. And of course it says here we can get weapon blueprints, tons of XP, and there are new features. So let's go ahead and dive right into it. So this is a new look at the Stronghold here, and this looks like where the security area used to be in Rebirth Island. This definitely looks like an interesting location, and I can tell a lot of people might want to drop here. Moving on over to the docks, and the image we have here of the docks, it is, well, the docks from Rebirth Island. However, now we have this ship docked in the docks, which is kind of interesting. I wonder how many people will be dropping here, but it looks cool. We also have an update to the prison yard, which this looks completely different than what it was before. The prison yard before was a lot more open, but now we have this kind of walkway here, kind of reminiscent of Blood of the Dead, if I'm being honest. And we got some tents over here, and Rebirth Island looks kind of cool. Now let's go ahead and read about the new game modes on the all new and updated Rebirth Island. It says right here, Rebirth Resurgence Solos. Built off the popular Rebirth Resurgence mode since the island's debut in 2020, Rebirth Resurgence Solos allows any mercenary to drop into a fast-paced, respawn-enabled deathmatch for sole survival. In this solo variant, operators will have their Rebirth meter already activated. This means they will have a free life before needing to earn score for additional respawns. Just like in standard Resurgence, earning kills, completing contracts, and simply staying alive recharges this Rebirth timer. The Rebirth timer deactivates after a subsequent circle collapse, setting up a final free-for-all showdown where only one operator can fly away from the island victorious. So it doesn't seem like a whole lot has changed from the duos, trios, and quads Rebirth Resurgence, but there's just a few tiny differences here and there to make it more solo-oriented. We also have Rebirth Payload and Rebirth Blood Money. 2 other modes expected to enter the Rebirth rotation should be familiar to Warzone veterans, a plunder variant known as Blood Money and an objective-based mode called Payload, which I am very excited to see Plunder on Rebirth Island. I think this is long overdue. I think Plunder should definitely have been added much earlier. Blood Money works just like Plunder, except that operators are guaranteed a significant payout for kills even if their target has little to no money on them. Grind those weapon levels and keep redeploying with your squad in this hectic mode. As for Payload, this team-based objective will see operators escort or attempt to stop trucks while they travel on a set path on Rebirth Island. Rebirth Payload will be a 12 versus 12 experience, allowing up to 3 full squads a side to fight across 3 preset routes for objective supremacy. Moving on, we have the Rebirth Reinforced event. Let's go ahead and read about this. The Rebirth Reinforced event, set to launch at the start of Season 2 Reloaded, is the latest community-based experience where your actions on Rebirth Island actually contribute to Perseus's rebuild. Like previous events in Warzone, operators can complete participation challenges to earn new cosmetic items. Conquer all of them to earn the legendary Toxic Heavy LMG blueprint. On top of these regular objectives are community challenges. These larger tasks invite the entire Warzone community to drop into Rebirth Island. The first of these is just earning kills on the island. If the entire community earns enough kills following the update, those who participated will automatically receive 25,000 XP and unlock the use of weapon trade stations on the island. It says here, weapon trade stations allow an operator to give up their weapon in exchange for one of lesser quality plus additional items depending on the original weapon's rarity. These items can include cash, cash, equipment, armor, satchels, self-revives, kill streaks, or even a specialist token, which this is a very, very interesting idea. I wonder how this will shake up the flow of Rebirth. There will be 3 more community challenges following this first one, each granting tens of thousands of XP and additional features like communication stations, armored transport vehicles, and even a redacted feature, which we don't know about yet. Now let's go ahead and move on to Vanguard. Let's see what's going to be added to Vanguard in Season 2 Reloaded. We have a brand new 12 versus 12 mode, which we all knew about. We have new vehicles to use in that game mode. We also have new rewards in ranked play, which is going to be really great to use. And we have actually some zombie stuff. I'm actually kind of surprised about this. I thought we got all of it at the beginning of Season 2, but this article proved me wrong. We have new covenants and dedicated server pause. Ladies and gentlemen, we will finally be able to pause the game in Vanguard Zombies. But first, let's go ahead and read about the new 12 versus 12 mode. This new mode, Arms Race, will take place on Alps, the largest map in Vanguard, set in Task Force Yeti's main area of operations. Drop in across this alpine tundra, from its iced-over lake to the mountainside fortresses, and capture all bases to win. Once a base is captured, operators can choose to respawn at the base or any other captured points on the map, in addition to spawning in on their fellow squad members. So it kind of sounds like a different version of Fireteam Dirty Bomb, but with a little bit of a different twist on it where you have to capture objectives instead of detonating bombs. Bases automatically set up gates for the defending team within, allowing safe passage for allies and shutting itself when enemies are nearby, which this is kind of interesting. It's got a little bit of a tower defense vibe to it too. By default, 2 of the Alps' 7 potential bases will already be taken out of commission, making it a 5-base fight for supremacy. To help your cause, every friendly base contains several buy stations, similar to those on Champion Hill. Here, you can use cash earned by capturing objectives or picking it up from enemy players to purchase weapons, equipment, kill streaks, field upgrades, or even use your custom loadouts as long as you have the cash for it, which this is definitely an interesting hybrid game mode. I'm actually kind of interested in trying it out. We also have these brand new vehicles being added to the game as well, because obviously it's a large map, so we're going to want a lot of vehicles to traverse that large map. We also have some brand new ranked play rewards, which sounds kind of interesting. These new rewards include 2 new pro issue blueprints, 2 weapon camos, 2 charms, an exclusive spray and sticker, and an animated emblem awarded at the end of the season based on your final skill division. For the ultimate bragging rights, players can earn the ranked legend Solange operator skin by winning 25 games in the master skill division or higher, and each skill division also has a charm that can be earned by winning 10 games in that skill division. As a reminder, all ranked play rewards can be used in both Vanguard and Warzone once unlocked. Alright, let's go ahead and jump right into the zombies news, which again, I wasn't expecting any zombies news, so let's see what's going to be happening. As operators continue to face the undead and fight back Von List in Terra Maledicta and Duran Fong, they will soon find 2 new covenants to equip during their quests. Players will take on the new sacrifice objective in Duran Fong for a wider variety of challenges to take on, and the Armaguera 43 SMG will become available in zombies via weapon unlock challenges when it goes live in Vanguard. Notably, the Season 2 Reloaded update will also add dedicated server pause for solo games, as well as additional bug fixes to be detailed by Treyarch in the coming days. Players in solo matches and single-player private matches will be able to pause the game for up to 2 hours collectively per match on dedicated servers, and can continue to pause indefinitely in offline and local matches, which, I mean, I don't really understand why we can only pause up to 2 hours. I don't understand why the game is like this with dedicated servers for solo. It's just very confusing that we can only pause the game for up to 2 hours. I don't know, but at least we have pause. But moving on from that, let's go ahead and take a look at the new covenants here. Critical expertise is the first one. Non-critical hits have a chance to become critical hits. Critical kills with killing blow equipped will return ammo. The rare version of this covenant says, non-critical hits have a 10% chance to be critical. The epic version of this covenant says, non-critical hits have a 20% chance to be critical. And finally, for legendary, non-critical hits have a 30% chance to crit for 50% bonus damage. The second covenant is Explosives Expert. Your explosions do more damage to the enemy and less damage to you. Splatterfest and Energy Mine explosive damage is increased. Ray gun splash damage is not affected, which that was the first thing that popped into my mind when I read the first sentence here. Unfortunately, ray gun splash damage is not affected. So I don't think a lot of people are going to be using this covenant now that we know that. The rare version of this covenant says your explosions do 50% more damage to the enemy and 50% less damage to you. Epic says your explosions do 75% more damage to the enemy and 75% less to you. And Legendary is 100% more to the enemy, 100% less to you. So it seems like weapons like the Panzerfaust and the Panzerschreck are going to be a little bit more useful in Vanguard Zombies. We also have the brand new Gustavo dos Santos operator in Vanguard, and you can also use him in Warzone as well. In addition, we've seen this referenced multiple times in the article, but we also have the Armaguerra 43 SMG. And speaking of operators and new things being added to Vanguard, this was something that everyone was speculating about for a long time, and there were leaks about it too. Snoop Dogg is being added to the game as a playable operator. And for all of you Boston Breach fans out there, you guys finally have a team pack in the game. For whatever reason, when ranked play dropped, there was no Boston Breach team pack, and finally, you guys have one. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is all of the content being added to Vanguard and Warzone in Season 2 Reloaded. I'm very, very interested to see what happens with Warzone and how that all plays out. I think that's the most exciting part of this update, in my opinion. But what do you guys think about all of the content being added to Vanguard and Warzone? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. Speaking of Vanguard Zombies, before I end this video, I had the opportunity with K Cosmic on the Division Z podcast to interview Kaiser Johnson, the voice of Oberführer Wolfram von List in Vanguard Zombies, and he is also the voice of Ingo Beck in Black Ops Cold War. So if you want to check out that special episode of the Division Z podcast, it will be linked down below in the description. Anyways, guys, that is it for this video, and I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, leave a like and subscribe if you're a brand new viewer. Also, don't forget to check out all the links down below in the description so you stay up to date with everything that I do. And with that said, have a fantastic rest of your day or night, depending on where you are in this crazy world, and I'll see you guys next time.